Hello, my sweet crafty friends. It's Monique with Grace and Tattered Lace. How are you guys doing today? I hope that you guys are doing fantastic and had a wonderful day watching all of these wonderful creators in this event. And you guys are going to kill me, but I don't even know what the event is called. I was so crazy trying to get ready. I believe it's the Wild Hunny Whimsical Winter Event. All right, you guys know the drill. If you don't see that little red light up there, that means you're on the replay. Make sure you type hashtag replay. Let me know you're here. Let me know what you thought of the craft today. Let me know what your weather is like. Those that are here just popping on, say hello. I see you all coming in already. Hello, sweet Lori Ann. How are you? Hello, Jamie. Welcome, ladies. I hope that you guys are good. Hi, Martha. Hello, Albie Crafting. Red Brick Home Crafts. I struggle with your page name every single time. Mouthful for me. Hello, Christy. It snowed. Oh, awesome. I will be inside when that happens here. Hello, Jan and Janice. Hello, Mandy. Hi, Craft Cottage. Welcome, sweet friend. What is your name? I'm so happy to have you here. Lynn's Crafting Creations from California. Where at, girl? I just moved from California to Georgia. Welcome, ladies. I'm so happy to have you here. Hello, Roxanne and Shannon. All right, you guys, we're in a time limit, so I'm going to get started. We are going to use a little Dollar Tree cup. I have painted it white. This is what it looked like in the little party section, and we are going to use a Dollar Tree sock today. Oh my gosh, I might have missed your name. Anyway, we have a sock and a Dollar Tree cup that I have painted and put some little red ribbon around. Gazelle, I hope I said that right. Gazelle, hello, Patricia. Well, welcome. I'm so happy to have you here. Hello, Stephanie at Honey Bear Creates. Becky from North Carolina. You guys, I am not Christy with the Dashing Willow by Christy. Christy is my very, very good friend, and she has been sick for quite some time, and she has coughed her head off all night last night and asked me to sit in for her today. So here we are, just outside in Lincoln, outside of Sacramento. I've heard of it. I've never been there. You're so welcome, Stephanie. Okay, let's get started, because I'm a chatty catty and I tend to talk too much sometimes, and then I think I'm good and then I'm scrambling. So the first thing we're going to do is we're going to take this little Dollar Tree sock. Thank you so much for sprinkling me out, Miss Christy. I appreciate it, sweetheart. I hope you're feeling better. Hello, Sandy. You're so welcome. And Paula, we have this little Dollar Tree sock, and we are going to stuff it with some polyfill. Okay. Hello, Cindy from Cindy's Craft Sensations. Donna from Illinois. Welcome, friends. I'm so excited to have you here. A lot of new names. I'm so excited to have you here. I hope that you enjoy the craft today. I hope that you'll consider following my page and coming back soon. Hello, Jolene. How are you? Lisa, Linda. You guys, I'm just going to stuff this nice and full. And if you haven't figured out, we're going to make a snowman. We're going to make a snowman. Kathy from Dayton, Ohio, welcome. Okay, so thinking that I kind of just played with it a little bit to see like what size I wanted. I think that is going to work. Okay. Now I'm just going to tie this off with some twine at the bottom and make it nice and tight. Thank you, Devona. I appreciate it. Hello, Meriden. How's it up there in Canada? Is it cold up there today? Cynthia from Rhode Island. Welcome. A lot of new friends. Hi, Donna. How are you today? Okay. Nice and tight. I'm going to just like get this really tight. Maybe I didn't want it quite that tight. Hi, Kim. How are you, friend? It was so nice chatting with you today. Hello, Rosalind and Pam. Thank you for sprinkling, ladies. Okay. Hopefully I didn't get that too tight. I'm going to take another piece of twine and we're just going to cut tight in the middle to make a little snowman, a little 2-ball snowman. How do you refresh your page when watching marathons? Who asked that? Who asked that? Pamela. Pamela, you need to be on the page, the Honey Bear, is it the Wild Honey page. You need to be on the Wild Honey group page. And once you do that, once the person's live ends, you can hit usually you hit the little X and then you just pull your screen down, it'll refresh it, and then you should be able to see the next presenter. If you're not on the Wild Honey page, you should go over there, check out the page, join. The girls will let you in right away, and then you'll be able to get in there. I just realized I threw my fabric that I want to use in my little bucket of water, you guys. Well, that's not working. We're going to use fabric instead. All right. Because it's not going to work. Hi, Amy. How are you, girl? All right, that didn't work, so we're just going to use a little piece of fabric because we're going to cover it up anyhow. I want it to be nice and tight, and the twine was just not working. I hope that made sense, Pamela, and that you were able to figure it out. Okay, that's looking good. I know why. I know why it's not what I want it to be yet. I forgot one thing. Tammy, we're gonna make a snowman. Now, I didn't want it to be just a plain old sock. So I have a piece of, it's like kind of like a fuzzy felt that I got at, I believe, Joann's. And it just had it like a square, and we're just gonna roll it right around our sock. So the sock is basically our base to hold our stuffing, and then this is going to be the outside of our snowman. I just didn't want it to be that sock, plain sock. The last time I used the Dollar Tree sock and did something with it, I grunged it up, and I had so many negative comments, and so I thought I'm just going to do it a little different this time. All right, now I am using my fabric and tying it around the neck to make his little head. Okay, and now I'm going to take some twine and tie it off at the top just to kind of cover up that top and give him his head. Okay, and let me just show you what we have going on here. So that's what we have going on so far, okay? I know it doesn't look like much yet. Bear with me, you guys. Hi, Pam. How are you, girl? All right. For those that are new, welcome. I am so happy to have you here. My name is Monique. I am with Grace and Tattered Lace. I am coming to you live from Georgia. My husband and I recently moved here from California, and so we haven't been here that long. We are about 30 minutes outside of Savannah. Our little snowman is going to sit inside of our little cup like so, okay? I'm gonna just cut this little end off because it's a little bulky. That's what we have going on so far. Thank you, Pam. Okay. All right. Now, before we get going too far with our snowman, we are going to do something, spruce our little cup up. So we're gonna make this be like a little ice cream cup. And I had actually made a label to wrap around my cup, but because it's kind of tapered, it wasn't fitting on properly. So I just cut out like the basics I just named my ice cream brand Smith's because I was able to get my little swoosh underneath there easily. And then we just have ice cream. And it's just on cardstock, or it's on paper, and we're just gonna Mod Podge it right onto our little cup. Aw, thanks, Amy. How are you, friend? I know I haven't been on for a while, you guys. It's been quite some time. I just struggling with work. Hi, Becca. Those that are new, I work in the school district. I'm a speech pathologist, and being in a new state, in a new district, learning new things has been quite challenging, and it's really kind of consumed my life. I will not lie. All right, so there we go. Ice cream. Thank you, Sandy, for filling that out there for me. I'm an ice cream lover. Does anybody else love ice cream? I love ice cream, but as I've gotten older, I've learned that my stomach doesn't really like it. Hi, Stephanie. Hi, Suzanne. I think I want it to be a little bit off center, I think. Okay. Hi, Ruby. Welcome, friend. I'm so happy to have you here. Hi, Daryl. I haven't seen you for a while. I hope you're doing good, friend. All right, there we go. Smith's ice cream. I'm going to zap it with my heat tool really quick. Your daughter got engaged and is getting married in March. Oh my gosh, you had to cut back on eating so much. Yeah. Are they sock people on my mantle? They are not, Pam. They are just little rag dolls that I made. So I did make this one with my sewing machine. The ones that I sell are from my sewing machine. But I did teach the girls in my private group how to make them using hot glue. All right. I'm just going to zap it with my heat tool. -10. Oh my gosh, Sarah. You love, me too. Ice cream anytime. I can eat it for breakfast, lunch, or dinner. Anytime. What's your favorite ice cream flavor? Anybody have a favorite ice cream flavor? Hi, Cindy. Hi, Debbie. 2 days in a row, girl. I haven't seen you forever, and I get to see you 2 days in a row. Hi, Martha. I need to teach you too, Patricia. I know, sweet friend, but it's a tough situation because my girls are paying to have exclusive things. All right. Now, the color I used on here is like an off-white. It's called Vintage White. And my paper is white. So we're gonna cover that up really quick. I'm just gonna use some home decor white wax, okay? And as you can see, it's kind of an ivory color. Chocolate, coffee, crunch, yum. Pralines and cream, ugh. I'm just gonna dip my finger in here. Now you guys can see, it's kind of a off-white. Mint chip, I love mint chip too. I love coffee. I'm just gonna kind of put this right over the top. It's gonna A, help seal it, and B, it's gonna help it blend in with that paint. And it's going to help it kind of look a little bit more vintage because you're putting that wax over it. But we're going to use a little bit of dark wax and kind of just make it look even more vintagey if we have time, because we're going to focus on getting the project done. And if not, if we have time, I'll go back and do some grunging of this just a little bit. I want it to look old. So there you can see how it already looks old and worn and not just like a brand new crisp looking thing. Raspberry sherbet. My mom puts raspberry sherbet in our punch at all of our holidays. Okay, I gotta watch the time. 30 minutes, wowee. All right, nose. I have a doggy bag tube thingamajigger and some wrapping, wrap your paper up, or wrap your glass containers and stuff up at the store. We're just gonna wrap it around our paper or our tube like so. I hope you guys can see that, okay? And I'm gonna leave it kind of off to the end. We're gonna wrap it around this tube, and then we're gonna kind of just pinch it as if it's a carrot. And now it's a bit long, so we are gonna cut it down. This is going to be our carrot for our little snowman, his little nose. And then we'll hit it with some glue. Hi, Tanya. Hi, Marcy. Welcome, sweet friend. Oh, Daryl likes everything, girl. No shame, no game, girl. I won't lie, I love ice cream. I struggle, though, because I shouldn't be eating it anymore. Hi, Anne. How are you? Is it Anne or Annie? It's Anne, I'm assuming. Okay. Woo-wee. I don't like to try to prep too much, you guys, because I like to really show you guys. And then I have to get going, and I can't chat too much because I have to focus. Okay. There we go. There's our little carrot nose. All right, and then we'll paint it really quick with some paint. And I'm starting to sweat. Little sparkles are gonna come out here in a minute. That one's too hard. And I'm just using, ironically, this paint color is by Deco Art. It's called Spiced Pumpkin. It's very bright orange. All right, coconut ice cream. Oh, Christy, I know you try to get me to eat that coconut ice cream, but I've had it. I hate it. When you're an ice cream lover, you don't like that fake stuff. No. Oh, thank you, Albie Crafty. Hi, Tiggy. All right, now we're gonna zap this with the heat tool really, really quick. And then we're just gonna keep on going, girls. Keep on going. Maple walnut, ooh. Who's that? Hi, Kathy. Snickers mint chocolate chip in the freezer. I like those too, Stephanie. Hi, Joy. Hi, Linda. Hello, Leslie. Okay, whoo, I got to get orange everywhere. All right, turn in the heat tool on. If you have earbuds in, turn them off or turn them down. There's a question about how to join my group. Oh gosh, I missed that. I'm sorry. Thank you, Stephanie. Let's see. You can pay. You can go to my PayPal. Let's see. I have a post on my page. Golly Moses. I'll have to go back and send me a message. Send me a PM message, and I will get you the link. But if you're interested in the private group, all you have to do is go and set up the subscription payment. It's only $15 a month. And once you do that, then I'll send you the link. And then you'll be in. We meet once a week on Friday evenings, and we are going to be doing a Zoom once a month, and I'm excited for that. How do you purchase a doll? Robin, if you go to the page, I have some listed, some pictures. Most of them are sold. There are some available, but if you're interested in one that has been sold, just let me know and I'll add it to the list. Prices are all over there as well. I have some bunnies as well. Okay. I know, Christy's project last night was so awesome. If you guys didn't see that, you need to go watch it. All right, we are just going to shove our little snowman inside our little cup. I'm gonna put some hot glue down there. There we go. All right. Just gonna shove this little guy inside. Oh, Christy, thank you for putting that in there. I appreciate it. Hi, Jamie. How are you, sweet girl? Wow. I forgot how much I had to do still. Oh my gosh. This nose is so awesome, you guys. Wait till you see this nose on him. Oh my gosh. Hi, Lisa. This nose is going to be so cute. Holy smokes. I still have to put his hat together, you guys. And I thought this was going to be an easy peasy. Oh my gosh. Look at that nose. I love it. Okay. Hopefully that I'm going to set him right here for a second so we can put our hat together. I have just a piece of, I think this was like a mailing envelope that I got like one of my stencils in or something, and I just cut it. A small piece. We're going to make a little hat with it. And I'm just going to glue it, and I'm just going to make like a little tube. Okay. And golly Moses, I put this inside my paint water, you guys. Isn't that nose so cute? Hopefully it's not too big, because you know what? So many people get, you guys, some of these people get so mean and ugly about big noses on snowmen. I'm telling you. All right, I just have like a little piece of plaid fabric here that was coffee stained, grunged up with some coffee grunge, and then I baked it in the oven, so it kind of has a little bit of dirty look to it. And we're just gonna roll our hat here. All right. Just like so, that's gonna be part of our hat. Debbie, girlfriend, I have missed you, girl. You and your sense of humor. He can smell his ice cream. Absolutely. All right. So there's the top part. Now I have a, hi, Charlene. Welcome. Hi, Wendy. Okay. Now I have a circle with that same little mailing envelope that we're going to now make the bottom part of the hat. And I've kind of already poked a hole in it, okay? Because we need to have the hole in there. And now we're going to glue this on here, and we're probably going to have to dry our fabric a little bit with the heat tool, since I managed to drop it in the bucket of paint water. It is probably not going to stick very well being wet. Oh gosh. All right, we're just going to glue this onto the fabric. So I just took like a square piece of fabric. We're going to glue the pieces on, and then we'll trim it to be the circle. And I need to cut the hole here also. Hi, Sue. All right. Oh, there we go. Now I'm going to, the circle, I'm going to kind of like make some little snips, because I want this is going to slide right over the top of that, the top of his little head where I tied that twine, and I need it to slide in there easily. And don't worry, because you know our hat is going to go right over the top of that and cover that up. Now bear with me for 1 second while I dry my wet fabric really, really quick. As much as I can, anyhow. All right. How is everybody doing today? Have you had a wonderful day? Who has been able to catch a lot of the crafters today? All right. I think that's dry enough. Hi, Kathy. No worries, sweet girl. No worries. All right. So we'll just cut this. We'll glue the other side. And I think I'm going to try to snip this hole first before I glue it. So I can get in there. Trying to stay warm. It's really cold and gusty winds there today. Oh, Linda, it's cold here too. Kevin and I had to run out to the thrift store and a Dollar Tree because I had to get my little cups, and I needed to get, so my little rag dolls, I use sweaters to make their little hats and their scarves, and I needed a particular color for one that I'm making. Okay. How am I doing on time? 20 minutes. 20 minutes. Come on, Monique, you got this. You got this. Hi, Mama Bev. Okay, so there is our little hat. Now let's trim the edges. Make it a circle. Okay, now I want to rough the edges up so that it matches the top of the hat and the edges of the hat where it's a little bit roughed up. Okay, so I'm going to use my sanding tool, and I'm just going to kind of go right over the edges to fray the edges now, since I used the scissors and just made it straight. So now we have our little round piece. It's 8 degrees there and you want ice cream, Sue. Okay, so now I've made the hole here. We're going to pull this felt on the top of his head right through here. Just like so. And now we're going to take this and we're going to put it right inside of our hat. So look at that. We've covered all that up. All right. Just going to glue this down. We don't want it to come off. We'll put some glue inside here. And glue his little hat on. Thank you, ladies. Hi, Julie. Okay, oops, I got let's twist this just a little bit before that dries. Okay, oh my gosh. I'm so excited, I can hardly wait. Okay, I got 15 minutes. I gotta stop my chit-chatting so much. I have these little tiny eyes that I got from Hobby Lobby. They're buttons. They're little itty bitty buttons, and we're gonna use these as his eyes. All right, the question is like, do I make him half primitive, half a whimsical primitive dude, kind of far apart or close together? Thank you, ladies. will tell you, these little itty bitty buttons are very difficult to work with though, because there's not much for you to hold on to. All right, look at, there we go. Ah, Cynthia, he was super, super easy. There's a little ice cream. Little Dollar Tree sock with some stuffing and some felt over the top of it. All right. All right, I want to give him some little bells down the front of his little body. Oh, we got this made. We got this made. Hopefully they're going to show when we're all done. He only needs 2. Okay. You have the same, you use the same buttons for eyes. Shelly, you know what else works really good for eyes? Our little upholstery tacks, the little tiny ones. I don't have them here sitting on my desk, but I would show you if I did. Brain fart. Oh, yes. Okay, I am going to use some of this grapevine wire, okay? So it is wire that's covered with a dark colored grapevine. It came from Hobby Lobby. It is close to the wedding section, kind of near floral. It's kind of hard to explain, but they do have this at Dollar Tree, but I don't like it as much. Now, all I did, you guys, was I wrapped it around from the back into the front and kind of crossed those little arms. These are going to be his arms, obviously. And that's not the one I wanted. I want him to go this direction. I'm not 100% sure what I'm doing with his little arms yet, but we shall see. Well, hello, Yvonne at Southern Designs and Fine Mouthful today. Hello, Joy Lynn. Did I say that right? We'll play with those arms a little bit. All right, I have a scarf. Now, it looks like it's a sweater, and it's, you know, it's a little ragged and rough, and that's okay. It's actually, I found this blanket at Hobby Lobby. It was $19.99. I think it was $19.99, and then it was 40% off or 50% off. And so you can get quite a few things with it, but look at how sweet that is already. And it's a bit long, so we're gonna just trim it down just a hair. Play with that. Oh, I got this. I got this. Got this. Look at how sweet that is. Oh, yes, Jennifer's in Georgia. Where at, girl? I am about 30 minutes from Savannah. All right, I'm just loving it. I'm loving these little hands like this. Okay, let me see. Let me see here. Oh my gosh. What do I have? 10 minutes. Okay. Wait till you guys see what I have there. Okay, since we have enough time, let's go ahead and just do a little bit of grunge on his little carton, because I want to make it look a little bit old. I don't want it to be super old, but I wanted it to be like this was an old-fashioned ice cream container that's been recycled. The ice cream cup is just a Dollar Tree cup. I painted it white. I added some ribbon to the bottom, and I just made this little tag, and I Mod Podged it on. Actually, before I do that, I wanted to give him some ribbon also. We might wait on that. We might have to wait on the grunging, you guys, because ribbon was important. I wanted to add ribbon, and we have 10 minutes. Thank you, Christy. Oh, I missed where we're at in Georgia. It just went by really fast. also, I'm just going to add some ribbon around the little scarf as well. Juice them up a little bit. Oh, that's too short. There, I do have quite a few Georgia people here. And Yvonne is up, correct me if I'm wrong, Yvonne, you're up north from me, right? She's up in the northern mountains, if I'm not mistaken. Okay. 9 minutes. Don't forget. Oh, Charlene, you're right. I didn't even think about making the little top at the top of the hat. I will have to do that after the live because I didn't plan that part. Great point. Thank you for telling me, girlfriend. Okay, one more little piece. I think we'll do some red. We'll do this one. Hi, Melissa. Yes, Yvonne is in the northern mountains. Marcy, no, I don't think I'm gonna do a mouth. I'm terrible at adding like facial parts. I could probably try to do some little X's, but I don't know. We'll see. A native Atlantan. Oh my gosh, so darn cute. Look at how stinking cute. Podling County, about Six Flags. I have no idea where that is at. Okay, quickly, I'm just gonna do a little bit of this Home Decor Dark Wax. Okay, this one is more liquidy. And I'm just gonna kind of just rough the edges just a little bit. Just look like it's, you know, make it look like it's old. All right, I think it's perfect. So we went from just, you know, something that's stark to just slightly old. Oh gosh, I'm trying to show you guys the container, but, oh, thank you, Amy. All right, I have one more piece of business for him. Thank you, Wendy. And you know what? He was so easy to make. You guys saw, I know I'm kind of going a little fast, but you know, we are 45 minutes and I really wanted to make sure I showed you guys how to do it all from the beginning instead of trying to get prepped. The only thing I prepped was, you know, the cup for you guys and the little tag that we have, and I think his tag is stinking adorable, and wait till you guys see his tag. Okay, we got six minutes. We're gonna finish. Let's see. What did I do with this? Oh, here. Okay, perfect. I have just enough. I will go back and use another piece of my little mailing envelope. I will cut another circle to go right here on top and finish this little hat off since I didn't do that. And we could probably add some little stuff to his hat and kind of dress him up a little bit. Top, yeah, the top of the hat. I definitely have to do the top of the hat. A button for his mouth. You think I should do like the same buttons as his eyes? We got 5 minutes. All right, let me show you our cute little tag that we have. All I did was cut a piece of this cardstock, and we're gonna use the back. I stamped onto it, It says 2 scoops, and there's a little itty bitty spoon. These came from Dollar Tree. They're kind of near, I think, the wedding section. And we're just gonna make like a little loop, twine loop bow. Yeah, I did go ahead and make the tag ahead of time because I didn't want to be scrambling and looking for letters in the very last second. So I'm thinking what my thought process was that I was going to put like a small little twine holder on the back and kind of drape it from his arm and maybe tack it to his body if we need to. Thanks, Wendy. Thank you, Sue. All right. 6 minutes. Okay, well, I hope that you guys will stick around and watch the next creator. I believe it's Lois at Wild Child Mercantile. I want to thank Stephanie and Lois for inviting me to their event today. I'm sorry that our sweet friend Christy was not feeling well, but I'm glad that I was able to step in and help out and cover for her. Okay. Now I did rough the back of this little spoon up a little bit with my gator tool because it didn't want to stick, the hot glue did not want to stick on there because it's a little bit smooth. All right, so I am going to put a little bit of glue and just kind of glue it to his body because that spoon is making it a little bit uneven and making it want to flop around. I think he needs like a little bow or something on the top of his hat. But look at how sweet that is, you guys. Maybe what we can do, I wonder if that's a little bit fat. I wonder if we need just a little bit of this to tie the two things together. What am I doing on time? Thank you, Linda. Let's see. Oh yeah, look at, what do you guys think about, this is kind of in bad shape right there, but that little guy there. I just feel like his little hat is missing something. Maybe a bell? I don't know what he needs, some twine. What am I doing on time? I got 2 minutes. Some twine up there. I just feel like the hat needs a little something. Deb, his body is made from a Dollar Tree sock, stuffed with some polyfill, and then wrapped with some fuzzy felt, and then tied off. Moss, that's a good idea, Charlene. I think that might work. Let's do this. I have 1 minute. 1 minute. It smells like Kevin's making popcorn, you guys. We'll either use the twine or the moss. Sweet Annie. Christy, I don't have Sweet Annie, but I do have my faux Sweet Annie. I have this like little sprig of faux Sweet Annie that I got from Hobby Lobby, you guys. I don't know what it's called because this is the package that it came in. So it does not have the smell of Sweet Annie. I don't know. I don't know if I like that on there. It might be too big. Maybe I just need to cut it down just a little bit. But you guys, I'll play with it a little bit, figure out what to do on the top of his hat. But I think he just turned out darling. we'll figure out something up there and we'll cover the top up. But you guys, thank you so much for being here. I appreciate it. Thank you ladies for inviting me. Come back and check out the pictures, see what I did to fix this hat. You guys have a great night, and I hope to see you guys really soon. Bye-bye. Yeah, I didn't care for it either, Jamie. Bye-bye, friends.